Welcome back to the NightChild Reviews Prince. We're looking at Prince's 1980 album, Dirty Mind. This is day one, track one, the song Dirty Mind. Now, this is interesting in a number of ways. This is the third commercially released single from this album. There were other promo singles, but this is the third sort of full-scale commercial release. This is also the first time that Prince has ever co-credited somebody else as writer of his music. This time Dr. Fink got the credit. Him and Prince kind of worked on a riff together, and this became the key part of the song, so Dr. Fink got a co-writing credit on this. But to the song, it starts off in this fantastic way. It starts off with a very basic drum beat, kind of doof, doof. Then it had this kind of rubbery Dr. Fink keyboards in your ears going boom, 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 boom. It's just a fantastic kind of sound. It's just nothing but that for the first 15 seconds. Then the kind of classic Minneapolis keyboards enter with that reoccurring Dirty Mind riff. I mean, that's the main riff of the song, this fantastic keyboard work by Dr. Fink, and I can see why I got a co-credit for this song. In your mind, or certainly in my mind, I can kind of, whenever I hear this song, I always think of Prince's performance when he's got in his trench coat, he's in his bikini briefs, he's bopping up and down, he's kind of, enjoying it, bouncing up and down, he's kind of full of energy. He's not quite a polished performer he later becomes, and he's still quite fresh and quite raw, and it's got very much a punk feel to that. I think certain parts of this album are very kind of punky and new wave in the kind of ideas that Prince uses. Now at 29 seconds, these keyboards start to scale up and they kind of mimic that line which occurs later, where Prince sings, "I just want to lay you down," and it just mimics that line. 40 seconds, Prince's falsetto enters. And it's quite interesting because Prince at the time said that he felt he couldn't get life from his baritone voice, that he kind of had to use his falsetto to really get the full life out of it. Obviously that changed over his career. But it's quite interesting at this time Prince kind of much preferred his falsetto in most of the songs. The lyrics are, great iconic lyrics. You've got this kind of, there's something about you, babe, it happens all the time. Whenever I'm around you, baby, I get a dirty mind. Doesn't matter where we are, doesn't matter who's around, doesn't matter, I just want to lay you down. And it's quite interesting because Prince sings this, like I said, in his falsetto, but in a kind of quite a soft way. It's not massively high in the mix. It's not a masculine way, and yet what he's singing about is very masculine. It's very sexually driven. It's very much, he's the predator, he wants this woman, and it's very kind of sexual and very masculine, and yet it's sung in a kind of quite a low-key, non-traditionally masculine way, which is quite interesting, that kind of interplay that Prince has. There's great lines like, in your daddy's car, but it's really you I want to drive. Just really kind of playing about with the imagery that became so iconic to Prince at that time. At 2:05, you've got a breakdown. It just breaks down. It goes back to that heartbeat drum and the keyboards, that kind of tension-driven drums. It really kind of just gives an atmosphere, a kind of really encapsulating atmosphere. 2:25, the keyboards return, and you've got a bit of noodling in the background with guitars, a little bit of guitar work. It's not hugely prominent, but it really does kind of drive the song along. At 2:40, though, this is one of probably the best bits of this song, where Prince starts to scream, and it's a kind of desperately. When I say scream, it's part scream, part punk, part pleading, it's a man out of control with lust. It's that bit where he says, "You just gotta let me lay it down. You just gotta let me lay it down." It's kind of just that kind of absolute, you just gotta let me lay you down. He's out of his mind with lust. He kind of, you just can't control it, and you got to lay me down. And he's kind of high pitched falsetto, and it's just that kind of bit where Prince lets go, and he's kind of very confident, and he doesn't care anymore, he just wants this woman. It's quite fascinating. At 3:40, the song kind of leads out with how it starts with the drums and the kind of the keyboards, but also there's a bit more guitar work there, some sort of interesting guitar licks. Nothing hugely substantial, but quite minimalist. He kept it back. There wasn't no big guitar solo or anything like that. Just little plucks and kind of little playing about with the guitar. Just little additions which really make the piece. But it's a very stripped down, minimalist, funky track. When you look at it, it's interesting the decisions Prince made, how much he decided perhaps to leave out, how tight he kept it, how basic he kept it, and how he felt so confident that it didn't need more, it didn't need additional things, it didn't need lots of other things. There were some albums later on in Prince's career where people said, well, perhaps he's put too much stuff on it, perhaps he's overproduced it, perhaps there's other stuff, but here, no one could accuse Dirty Mind of being overproduced in any way. It's kind of down to the absolute core essence of the song, and what a great song it is. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow for When You're Mine.